Alright, what's up everyone? It's Chaos Christ once again. Kind of getting off on doing these little rant videos now, so... Anyway, I've been racking my brain for various topics to rant on, and it seems to me that the topics I best rant on are ones that were better when I was a kid, much better during my childhood. So, one topic that came to mind was wrestling, namely professional wrestling. When I was younger, I used to watch WWF and WCW all the time. It's extremely stupid. Wrestling is extremely stupid, but it was entertaining. Entertaining stupid, you know? Back when it was WWF, and I'll go into the whole WWE thing later, it was like cooler, you know. There was shit like Stone Cold, you know, they would curse, there was blood, the wrestlers would juice themselves, you know, whenever, you know, you had cool things like Undertaker was still very actively wrestling, a lot of cool wrestlers, Mankind, and The Rock, and, you know, wrestlers that truly had their own persona, their own identity and charisma and shit. Not like the crap wrestlers we have today. I mean, what we fucking have? Nothing, in my opinion. John Cena and Randy fucking Orton are the most popular wrestlers now. And, I think they're both completely stupid and lame. That's my opinion. So... yeah, I always preferred WWF over WCW, mainly just because they had more wrestlers that I liked. The only ones that I really gave a shit about in WCW were Goldberg and maybe Hollywood Hogan. And, you know, so I got a lot of entertainment out of that. I played a lot of the wrestling games, you know, on PlayStation 1 and 2, you know, WWF Warzone, WWF Attitude, SmackDown. I played almost every incarnation of SmackDown, and I know the series is currently called SmackDown vs. Raw, quote, whatever year there, but it's still SmackDown. I'll always call it SmackDown. I'll always think that it's SmackDown. It's SmackDown. I've been playing it since the first game. I think I've only missed a few. And since there's like 10, that's not that really missed. So, yeah, I was really into that stuff. My favorite wrestler was The Undertaker. My favorite wrestler is Kane. So I watched wrestling for a good while, and about around the time when it got transferred and became WWE and WCW went out of business, WWE bought WCW. So they had a bunch of WCW wrestlers coming in. There was a feud for a while between that, and that was actually awesome. My one big disappointment was that they never did a Stone Cold versus Goldberg match. I thought that was just a completely missed opportunity. People wanted to see it. The two bald, basically, figureheads of their two respective competing wrestling organizations, and they were in the same one for a while, and no match between them. That's just that really irritated me, and they both retired, so now there's absolutely no chance that's going to happen. But anyway, after all that, it should start getting lame. Kane took off his mask, and I still do like Kane, but I liked him a lot better with his mask when he was a mystery, and before it completely blew the whole 90% of his body is burned storyline by taking off his mask and shirt and showing that, in fact, he has no burns. I mean, yeah, I know wrestling is fake, but anyone who's watching it that long expects them to keep up with the fucking continuity of their story. I mean, this isn't TNA. This is supposed to be, you know, WWF's, WWE, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, they started to suck. more and more wrestlers started retiring. The only real one they have left is Undertaker, and I haven't followed it in over a year. So I don't even know if the Undertaker's still wrestling or not. And he's getting pretty old. I'll still take him over John Cena or Randy Orton any day. So that leads me to the other current wrestling company, TNA. Now, my general experience with TNA is fairly limited. I've watched matches online, and I must say, from the matches that I've seen, which were, I'm sure, pay-per-view, stuff like that, were good. They still bleed. They still do things like that. They still have the hardcore matches and shit like that, you know, and they got Sting and all that shit, or at least they did have him for a while. I don't know if they still have him or not. But from the understanding that I've come to is TNA is 95% talking and 5% wrestling. Go on, highly recommend this website, SpoonyExperiment.com. He did a vlog about TNA, did a couple of them, and his reaction seemed to sum up what was going on with that company pretty well, I think. It was just pathetic. There was no wrestling whatsoever in this wrestling show. And the only wrestler that I really like that's TNA, it wasn't originally somewhere else, is Abyss. And he's basically just a Kane and Mankind knockoff anyway. And I love Kane and Mankind. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's just my 2 cents on the wrestling industry nowadays and lack thereof. So, yeah, it's Chaos Christ signing off, bitches.